Hi, everyone. It's Leonore. Welcome to Soul Searching Tarot. Um, Hi, Aquas. I'm doing your general tarot card reads today. All right, welcome. If you view me for the first time, I do integrate astrology as well as tarot card reads and spiritual messages. If you're looking for your love reads, I have them. I did them. I just did them. They're all out. So if you're looking for any zodiac sign, I worked on all 12 zodiac signs. Right now, I'm just concentrating on general tarot card reads. Also, with the general tarot card reads, I started incorporating past life readings. So I'm going to use my past life oracle cards by Doreen Virtue and Dr. Brian Weiss. If anybody knows anything about Dr. Brian Weiss, amazing spiritualist as far as psychotherapy. Well, I call him a spiritualist, but he's not a spiritualist. But he definitely works in the psychotherapy in helping people heal and grow by going into their past life. So he's a hypnotist. People will call him a hypnotist as well. And so he created these amazing oracle cards, aquas, that I'm going to be using. But I'm going to be using this at the end of the reading, all right? So I'm going to do the reading first, and then I'm going to be checking out to see what karma is playing out in your life, aquas, either you or your person. I don't know what messages are going to come out at the end of the reading. But understand that these past life oracle cards are made so that you could have some type of it's like a documentation. I don't know if anyone's ever heard of the Akashic records, but it's a documentation that's in the universe, and it has your talents, it has your callings, and it has your lessons. All these things are documented in the universe. That is the Akashic records. That's why I use my past life oracle cards. Pretty much the same thing. But the reason why I like to use it in my readings, it's because, again, I want to know what your soul mission is if it comes out, your lesson if it comes out, or your karma, whatever messages I get, okay? Sometimes all of the above. All right, but also understand, aquas, that you need to learn how to let your karma play out. We all have karma. We all have lessons. We all need to experience life the way it was meant to experience, okay? And your reactions really foretells your future, all right? So let's get started. Hi, my moderators. Gabriella, thank you for joining. Wake Up, thank you so much for joining. You're feeling the wrench. Yeah, I have my moderators are always here to support me, which reminds me, I have Super Chat open. So Super Chat is open if you want to contribute. Okay. And also if you want to donate, I take donations. Okay. So please help support the channel through Super Chat. And I take PayPal and Cash App, okay, if you're feeling generous and want to help support the channel and contribute. All right. All right. So anyway, today I'm going to use the Game of Thrones, and I'm going to clarify it with the Z Tarot. Okay. Pretty scary and dramatic. I wanted to just bring out these cards for you, aquas. I just wanted to be like really dramatic with your reading today. I shuffled already. I set my intentions. I just need to lay out the cards. But Gabriella, how you doing? Wake up. Gabriella has an amazing podcast. And I was lucky enough to listen to one of her podcasts. So Gabriella, I don't know if you want to leave it with me. I could always put it in my comments in the description box. Thank you, Wake Up, for the Super Chat. And Wake Up as well. She's a herbalist. She's a spiritualist on the down low. So I'm trying to help these ladies, get a leg up, in their spiritual journey, because they're amazing. But yes, please help support the channel and contribute. And I take questions here and there, but not as much as I do Live on Sundays. Okay, just want to make that very clear. I may take 1 or 2 questions during the live for the general tarot card reads, and that's about it. Yes. All right. All right, we're gonna start your reading. Aquas. I just like to lay out the cards. Usually I lay out the cards before I hit the live button. But I was a little late, so here I am. All right. Okay. All right, Aquas, let's get started. All right, so I have the way I do my general tarot card reads. If you're viewing me for the first time, I do 3 spreads, okay? Let's see what's going on in your first spread. All right, Aqua. So I have 10 of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. My Knight of Pentacles is in reverse. You know, this screams to me heartbreak. Because somebody really wants a family with you. Thank you, B Rabbit. Hi, 2021. Thank you, B Rabbit, for the super chat. You're super generous. I love y'all. All right. This screams heartbreak to me because when I picked up the energy Aquas, to me, even though my 10 of Pentacles was in the upright, the fact that the Knight of Pentacles was in the reverse, it someone here is heartbroken, and it's my Knight of Pentacles. Someone here is probably has earth energy in their chart very significantly. Doesn't have to be, but Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, if that means anything to you. And this person feels like they got kicked out the home, almost like a 5 of Pentacles. Bingo. If you know tarot, almost like a 5 of Pentacles situation where somebody is kicked out of the home. And I say that metaphorically, but you know, I mean, somebody could have gotten kicked out of the home. This Knight of Pentacles could have gotten kicked out the home. For whatever reason that may be, it could have been a disagreement, an argument that you two had. But somebody really wants to come back home. And if you didn't live with this person, they want to start a foundation with you. Some of you already had a foundation with this Knight of Pentacles. It didn't work out in the past. For whatever reason that may be, let's clarify it. So wow, I got the 6 of Swords and the King of and the King of Cups. Interesting. So 6 of Swords and the King of Cups, both in the reverse. To clarify my first spread, somebody here is a heavy drinker. Of course, not for all of you, but I sense someone here has a heavy hand with the liquor. Wow. Some of you might have been on vacation with this person, like by the beach, an ocean, open water. Like I sense that both of you have this in common. Either both of you really like to drink a lot and you have that in common, or you like to take vacations or be by the water. Not for all of you, obviously. This person cannot move on from you emotionally. So it could be vice versa. So either you or this person cannot move on from you emotionally. It really hurts them. I'm telling you, when I picked up this first energy, Aquas, it was not a joke. It felt like the 3 of Swords and the 5 of Pentacles to me. You know, heartbreak. All right, let's see what the second spread has to say, my aquas. All right, so look at this. I got the Ten of Swords and the Moon for the second spread. So Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, if that means anything to you. Somebody has a air placement as well. Hi, Tanya. You're not an Aquarius. Just like sound of Leonore's voice and laugh. Aw, thank you, Tanya. Oh, thanks, Tanya. All right. So I have the Moon and the Ten of Swords in the reverse. This is a resistant energy. The resistance. That's what I want to call it. The resistance. I don't know. I mean, Aqua, this is your reading, but I sense someone here has a really strong Aquarius placement. Again, or water placement. Doesn't have to be. Yeah. I mean, I said that the word resistance came out. That's from a movie. I can't remember what movie that's from. The Resistance. The Resistance. Oh my God, I can't. I'm whatever. There's a movie that has that title to a group of people that are rebellious. This person, whoever this person is to you, Aquas, vice versa, if it's vice versa, they're not letting go of you. Understand that whatever little break you have, I mean, and I know some of you are like, oh no, it's not a break. It's like a forever break until maybe next lifetime type of break. And that's fine. That's your choice. That's your decision. But whoever this person is, whether it's you or the other person you're inquiring about, Aquas, they're not going anywhere. Almost to us, like when I see the Moon in the reverse, it's a little like their subconscious. Listen, this person, somebody here thinks about the other person day in, day out, to the point where it could drive them to drink a lot. But I almost sense that somebody here likes to drink anyway. But somebody here may be constantly drinking and thinking about you, or drinking to get away from thinking of you. Someone here might have gotten into a really deep depression. I sense within the last, like since last summer, where they may have to see a therapist because it's not going away. And alcohol is not going to make it go away, whoever this applies to, or drugs. And I want to say, even for a small group of you, you're going to need extra help. You may need pills, and I don't advertise pills. But when I say pills, I mean antidepressants, anxiety, whatever. I don't know. I'm not a psychiatrist. But for a small group of you, it's like you need extra help. It doesn't have to be medication. It could be group therapy. Bingo. Group therapy. Now, it doesn't have to be professional. You could have a good friend or a family member that's there for you. I sense some of you may have a wonderful ex who you're still really good friends with. Go to that person and talk to them, because I'm sensing here someone is not in their right mind. I'm trying to be nice about it. I don't want to call people's names, because this is, things like this happen to all the best of us. To clarify it, I have the Two of Cups and the Eight of Swords. See, this is what I mean. The Two of Cups and the Eight of Swords. Doesn't this look like heartbreak to you? And then we have the Eight of Swords to clarify my second spread. That's not good. there's like a void in someone's heart, hollow, because they miss you dearly. So like there's someone here that can't get the other person out of their mind, but more, even worse, their heart. Around this time, like the holidays, and for those people who celebrate Valentine's Day, it's particularly hard, because I am recording it, right before Valentine's Day. And some people who are single, or the relationship is not working out, or whatever the case may be, whatever your love story is right now, around Valentine's Day, and/or around the holidays, people get really depressed. More so than the summer, like more so than the spring or the summertime. And someone here, like the month of February is not a it's not going to be happy. It may be eventful. It may be eventful, meaning they may have people that they could communicate with. But I also sense loneliness. So even though people could be around other people and they could talk, but the sense of being lonely and the sense of being heartbreak will always be there. They may have the face of a clown, meaning they may hide their emotions behind the face of a clown. There's a word that there's a phrase in Spanish, about that. It's like when someone has like they hide. You know how a clown puts all this makeup on. It has like the happy face with the red button, whatever, the red nose, I mean. But inside that clown, there's tears that you don't see. Tears of a Clown comes to mind. Ever heard of that song? It's a really old song. It's an oldie but goodie. Tears of a Clown. Like someone here likes to entertain other people, whether it's intimate or not intimate, but inside they're crying and no one knows. That's the energy. That's the energy. Look at this. Look at this. Last spread. 8 of Cups with the eight of Cups with the Ace of Cups in the reverse. This is like I can't emphasize how sad this is. You think it's B Rabbit? You think it's a Resistance? I mean, the Star Wars. I don't even watch Star Wars, but you could be right. The Resistance. I know there's a movie that says that, The Resistance. Yeah, it could be you're thinking about Star Wars, and you could be right. Una máscara. Yeah, Gabriela. Máscara, payaso. Yeah. Hi, Tiffany. um. Someone did walk away, right? We already established that in the very beginning with the first two cards. Somebody walked away from the relationship, physically walked away from the relationship. And maybe for some of you, you're not in love with your partner anymore, or this ex of yours, or whoever you walked away from, vice versa, if it's vice versa. And that's fine. But with the 8 of Cups, it's really it's bittersweet for both of you. Like both of you are suffering, one more than the other, but both of you are suffering. And maybe some of you are not suffering like in silence like this other person. Maybe some of you may need a heart reboot, meaning because I sense hollowness in the heart chakra. And some of you may need a reboot when it comes to your heart. because of this situation. So you may be fine. You may not be, crying as much or need to see a therapist or whatever the case may be. But that's an extreme situation for some of you. But for a lot of you, you don't even want to deal with love. You'd rather be by yourself. And this is what I'm getting with the Eight of Cups and the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups was in the reverse. That's not good. That's not good because it's like a lot of you may be giving up on love. Let's clarify it. So I have here the Temperance and the Page of Swords. Oh, this is a violent energy. Bad temper is what I mean. Bad temper. My Temperance was in the reverse. So somebody may have a strong Sagittarius placement. And then I have my Page of Cups. Sorry, my Page of Swords. My Page of Swords. When I feel this energy, Aquas, it's someone who has a really bad temper. Like this is bad temper energy. But this is what happens when you take love away from yourself. You might have had a bad situation in a relationship, Aquas, and I'm sorry for that because I feel the pain. And someone here is suffering more than the other. Someone here is suffering more than the other. Someone here with the Ten of Pentacles really wanted a foundation, a future with you long term, and it wasn't that way. And it's bringing someone in on the brink of either madness. For a small group of you, it's like you need to talk to someone. For the rest of you, you gave up on love. It's like you're giving up on love. Someone here has a bad temper. I almost sense that this person always had a bad temper anyway. But with taking love away from their equation, like taking the like knowing that they loved you, vice versa. If it's vice versa, maybe it's you, Aqua. You love this person, and it didn't work out. And it's almost like, why even go into another relationship? Like, why should I take my heart out and give it to someone else? Why should I even do that? A lot of you are more focused on yourself than you are in finding another relationship. You don't want another relationship. And if you do, it's like a nothing. This is somebody has a temper here. Hi, Silk of Being. Sick of being sick. Hi, sick of being sick. Tiffany, I'm avoiding emotional lunatics at the time. I'm still hopeful for something better. I don't need a jerk. Wow. I'm sorry you went through that on Sunday. Oh my gosh. Thank you for being new. All right. I just get somebody with a temper here. Somebody's walking around with a really like a chip on their shoulder. And I'm not saying that this person always walks around with someone here walks around with a chip on their shoulder. And a lot has to do with the energy of not loving, not wanting to love anymore. Be very careful with that energy. You can't just say, I don't want love anymore. That's healing. You need healing. Someone here needs healing. You can't just say that to you. That's the energy that I'm feeling here with the moon and the Ten of Swords. You can't just say one day, because of what happened to you, I'm tired of loving. And a lot of you are like, I know, Tiffany, you had mentioned you don't want to be in a relationship. That's different. If you don't want to be in a relationship and you're not seeking relationships out right now, that's fine. You do you. But this is more serious. This is someone who really gave up on love. Like, they're to the point where it's affecting them physically and or emotionally, as well as mental. As well as mental. I mean, I got here the Ten of Swords and the Eight of Swords. And the Two of Cups is like look at that. But this is love. Two of Cups, Ace of Cups, Aquas. This is beautiful energy in your reading. My Ace of Cups is in the reverse. And it's like, you don't want to be in a relationship. That's fine. But don't kill love. If this person wasn't for you, they weren't for you. Doesn't mean that there's no one else in the future. Doesn't mean you don't have to show your loving side or be cold. All of us need a break from love. I get that, but not forever. How is someone new going to come to you? You can't attract new love or new friendships if you're closed off emotionally. Do you know what I mean? All right, let's go into your past life oracle cards, Aquas, and see what's going on. All right, I don't even know how I had these. When Aquarius love, we love hard. That's true. That's true. Tiffany, he has drug problems and alcohol problems, addictions. Yeah, I understand. Yeah. When someone's closed off, they're closed off. And I get that energy. But not when it's, too much of everything is not always good. Tanya, it's better to cut cords or pull the buggers out by the roots like you would a weed in the garden. Yeah, that's a good way to put it, Tanya. Yeah. For a lot of you, I know this person wasn't doing you well, and they were there, to evolve us for whatever reason that may be, as heartbreaking as it is. And I know a lot of you don't even want to go back to this relationship. I could sense that a lot of you are like, yeah, that's over. But the future, what about the future, Aquas? What happened with the future? And I just said this in the beginning. Your reactions will foretell the future. It's not a joke. All right. That's what you call free will. All right. Okay. Sick of being sick, too much manipulation and deceit. Yeah, I get that. All right, let's see what's going on in your past life, my loves. What can I pick up in your past life? Okay. All right, so I have orphan, and monk or nun. And then at the bottom of the deck is health. All right, so what can we pick up for your past life or this person's past life? Loneliness. This is like alone behavior. This is like alone energy. I had mentioned earlier about this, didn't I? I said earlier, somebody puts a mask on, tears of a clown. And in the inside, nobody knows that they're really lonely. They don't show that to people. You would never know. They're so good at it. This could be you, Aquas. I wouldn't be surprised if this is your energy. They're so good at it because they've been through it in other lifetimes. Whether it was because you or this person was an orphan, and the sense of loneliness is very familiar to you. You know what I mean, Aquas. The fact that you're not really emotionally connected at times. For you, it's easy to dismiss emotions and think logically. To have an Aquarius placement, understand that to have an Aquarius placement, your past life was pretty rough. Somebody here was an orphan in the past life. Somebody here had an abandonment. Their family abandoned them for whatever reason that may be. Um, some of you in your past life were raised by monks or nuns in an orphanage. Um, and not to put a stigma behind the monks or the nuns, but I'm picking up two things with this card. One, you, Aquarius, could have been a monk or a nun in your past life, or you were raised by monks and nuns in an orphanage. Now, there's a common denominator here. Um, Not connecting with another person. Usually monks and nuns, they have to be detached. They can't be in a relationship intimately with someone. That's not the vow they took with their faith. The vow they took is to have a relationship with God, not with another person. So understand that either you were a nun or a monk, or even more so, what I'm picking up with your past life, you were both of these things. There's a lot of angles to play with this. Either one, you were an orphan in your past life and you were raised by monks and nuns, or nuns, I should say. You were an orphan, or you were a monk or a nun. Either way, again, the common denominator is taking love away in the intimacy of other people. That's what happens in this energy. And so to have an Aquarius placement, whether it's rising, sun, moon, you went through this in your past life. And so it's easy when they say aquas are so detached from their emotions. Yeah, they are, for a reason. Your reason is this. You're used to it. You're used to people leaving you, feeling lonely. You have that energy of aquas perfected in this lifetime. And that's sad. And I'm not saying with this reading for you to make amends with this person. You already made up your mind. But what I'm saying is think about what you're doing now, because what you're doing now and how you're feeling now is going to affect your future. That's the loneliness that I feel, no matter what face you put on. And then I have health at the bottom of the deck. You work with nuns now, Tiffany? Yeah. Yeah, I have a lot of respect for nuns and monks too. They have amazing discipline. Sick of being sick. Nowadays we got to make sure not to connect to people with sickening traumas. It's serious out here. Yes, it is serious out here. Tana, you're a true warrior. Gabriella, Aquarius, read past life. Gabriella, if no one told you, thank you for giving your energy and advice to people in tough situations. Thank you. Thanks, Gabriella. All right. What can I pick up with health? I mean, I had mentioned mental health. And someone who mentioned sociopath. Was it you, sick of being sick? I think it was you. Sociopath. It was you. um, let me tell you something. The 11th house, another thing that 11th house represents, your sign Aquarius is mental illness. You fall under the sign of psychosis, the psyche, sociopath, psychopath. That is your energy. I'm not saying Aquas, you're like this. I'm just saying your house represents all these things. I'm not surprised that this came out because I had touched on it a little bit. Somebody's on the brink of madness. Somebody here could lose their temper easily. If not easily, if you don't lose your temper easily, that's fine. But when you do, it's not a joke. It's not a joke. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm an aqua moon, so I know you guys are like this. Yeah. Yeah, this is how I do look like when I lose my temper. You're right, Leonore. I sometimes dream about that day where I could just hold a machete in the middle of the streets. I'm sorry. Inappropriate. I take that back. All right. But yeah, health is mental health is what I'm picking up here with the health card. Okay. I'm not gonna read the energy again. I already had sat down and told you a lot about this issue, this situation, this reading. And so you take it as it resonates with when it comes to health. All right. I already told you not to let your current reactions dictate your future. Do not. Don't take it there, Aquas. Don't take it there. All right. All right. Hi, Taylor Made. All right. I'm done with your reading, Aquas. You can laugh. I know. Wake up. You own your own insanity. Yeah, that's good. That's good for you. If we acknowledge it, why not? Again, but do we have to react to those emotions? No. Right? We don't have to. Right? Gabriella, can I ask a question? Yeah, you can ask a question. Well, let me see if I have time. Hold on. Otherwise, I'm going to have to take your question in the next. Tiffany, depression and seizures for me. Certified emotional lunatic with bipolar, Leonore fan. Yeah. Okay, Tiffany, thank you. So for you, you do suffer from some type of illness. Tiffany, interesting that you said that. I just this week, I suffer from seizures myself, my entire life. It got worse when I was an adult, but when I started awakening with my as far as my spirituality, when I had my spiritual awakening, it got even real bad, like real bad, more intense. But now I know why, and so now I have it a little bit under control. I had to do a past life regression because I'm trying to perfect past life reading, even though I do have past, like I offer past life readings. I'm not sure if I mentioned that. I offer personal readings and I offer past life readings. But I'm trying to perfect it as a reader. And so I was trying to perfect my past life. I was trying to dig into my past life because it's really hard for me to read myself. It's not that easy for me. I sometimes need other readers to help me, but it's not. You can't find someone that could do past life all the time. Past life recaps that's something that's coming from memory, from the Akashic records, documentations from the universe. That's something special, unless you're a hypnotist, which I was talking about earlier. And I found out that because I wanted to know where my seizures came from. And I finally cracked the case, Tiffany. My seizures, because they located it just recently after 20 years of me going to the doctor and getting work done like a lab monkey. They finally located where it's coming from. And so I have all this information, and I dug deeper this week, and I was killed in my past life. But I already knew that. I just didn't know how. I have my Uranus placement is in Scorpio. So with people with Uranus placements in Scorpio, guarantee they come from a past life where they were killed instantly, like wiped out with that placement. So I already knew that from studying astrology. But what I wanted to know, how was I killed? And I was killed. My husband killed me, and I didn't know until my spirit left my body. When my spirit left my body, it was like from 1 second to the next, my husband in my past life struck me with an axe right here. And that's where the seizures come from. That's where they located the seizures in this lifetime. So I was like struck like out of nowhere, killed instantly. My spirit rose up, and then bingo, fast forward, I'm in this lifetime. And now I have seizures. I've had seizures since forever. I can't remember not having them. I've had seizures since forever. So yes, right. Yes, sick of being sick. I'm picking up where I left off health-wise. Hi, Vanny. Taylor Man, made me depressed, bipolar. It's all hard. It's different when you are your worst enemy. Yes. Yeah. B Rabbit, my brother-in-law in Aquarius and suffers from seizures as well. Wow, he lost his Class A license over it. Yeah. You have to have it under control. And even if you take medication, it's not curable. Even with surgery, it's not curable. They say it's like a 20% chance. The fuck? I might have somebody open up my brain for a 20% chance of being cured from seizures. That was a no-no. But anyway, Tiffany, what I'm trying to say is I realized why I had seizures in this lifetime. It was such a breakthrough. I just wanted to share that with you and with all of y'all. Yeah, it's not a joke. All right, Gabriella, I know that you said you had a question. Hi, Valeria. I have to do Taurus read. I promise, Gabriella, I'm going to take your reading there, if you don't mind. Your midheavens in Aquarius. Oh, wow. Sick of being sick. Yeah, you remember those documentaries on people who with seizures, they would experiment on those people. Yeah. There's a whole bunch of different reasons why people have seizures. But that's one of the things that Dr. Weiss, I had mentioned Dr. Weiss earlier, which is who created the karma cards. I love these karma cards. I'm sorry, past life oracle cards. Dr. Brian Weiss is a hypnotist. He has a lot of documentation and research on people who he even cured his daughter. Like his daughter didn't really believe in what he was doing. I mean, she loved her father. She was a social worker who was diagnosed with cataracts at a very early age in her 20s. So Dr. Brian Weiss's daughter was diagnosed with cataracts. So one day, she decided to go into one of his seminars for hypnotism or hypnotist, whatever. And she attended the seminar, and she was hypnotized along with the rest of these people inside the room. And what he does is a hypnotist brings you back into a certain meditative state, like they have you in a meditative state, and they bring you back to your past life. His daughter was in this lifetime diagnosed with cataracts. She didn't know that after she had this past life regression during this session, this seminar that her father was holding, she wouldn't know that she would be cured from it. And this is how she got cured from it. The doctors were like, there's no hope. You're going to lose your vision by the time you're in your 30s. It was not a joke. Like, she was going to be blind by the time she was in her 30s. She remembers in her past life that the people, she was like a shaman in her village, and the people in the community in her village burned down her hut. She was a man in the past life. So they burned down her hut, and the smoke and the fire burned her eyeballs. There's a medical term for your eyeballs, but I can't think of it now. Your cornea, whatever the case may be. In her past life, it was burned. And in this lifetime, she not only is she a woman, but she came to this lifetime diagnosed with having cataracts, and to the point where the doctors were like, you're going to be blind by the time you're in your 30s. So what happened was, because she went to her past life and she realized why her eyes were about to go blind because of what happened in her past life, she made peace with it. And at the end of the session, at the end of this hypnotism session, Dr. Weiss will always ask one question. What is the connection that you have in the past and into this lifetime? And we all have spirit guides and ancestors and beings that are with us. And these spirits talk to us. So this spirit spoke to his daughter, and the spirit said to her before she woke up from the hypnotism, what is it that you don't want to see with your eyes? What is it that you're hiding from yourself? You're hiding something from yourself. So not only physically she couldn't see, but in a more conscious solution to this, her spirit guide said to her, what is it that you don't want to see in this lifetime? What is it that you're hiding from yourself? And she was able to, from this session, she was able to get better. And the doctors were like, well, we don't know what happened. We thought it was over for you. She was able to heal from this. True story. All right, I'm going to go to the what am I doing? Taurus read, because I'm late. I know, Gabriella, you have a question. Thank you for waiting. Tiffany, I'm also going completely deaf. Wow. Maybe it's a new path to embrace. Interesting. Wow. Hi, Yanni. Oh, thank you for coming in, Yanni. Yes, stress can cause seizures. Absolutely. Wake up your Saturn and Uranus is in Sagittarius. Sick of being sick, you have a question? All right, so I'll put you down. I don't know if you want to join me I'm doing Taurus read. So I'm gonna log off. I'm gonna do Taurus read, and And I'll put you down, sick of being sick, and wake up, I see you, you're there too. All right, let me just, I don't want to be late for these readings. All right, but I'll see you guys there if you want to join me in either the Taurus or the Scorpio read this evening, and I'll take your questions. I have you down, okay? All right, bye, Aquas.